Lisa Huffman struggled through years in an unhealthy and abusive marriage. When she was ready to get help, she turned to the Prince of Peace Center of Catholic Charities and got her life back in order. She now advocates for other women who find themselves in situations similar to hers.
For 10 years, Lisa Huffman lived through what she describes as a nightmare.
Completely emotionally dead. I couldn't feel anything anymore. I couldn't stand myself.
A decade of abuse. That's what Huffman endured, both emotional and physical.
He was an alcoholic and he was a drug addict, so I just hoped, and I prayed all the time that, he could be healed from the alcoholism and from the drug addiction and that, but it didn't work out that way.
Lisa spent many nights fearful of her own safety and later on for the well-being of her son, Michael.
The hits, you could take a hit and it goes away. The pain goes away and that, but the emotional part of it, how he made me feel that I couldn't do anything on my own and that it was my fault, and that was probably, the emotional part of it was probably the worst part of it.
Then one day, Lisa decided that enough was enough.
I finally woke up and, I realized I couldn't live that way anymore. I mean, my son was seeing things that he should have never seen.
Huffman grabbed her son and left. While the two were now free from her husband's abuse, they were now homeless. But soon after, a waitress from the Perkins restaurant that Lisa worked at told her about the Prince of Peace Center's Project Ruth. The program provided Huffman a home and a sense of hope.
They actually let me make my own decisions. They didn't judge me on any decisions that I made, and they actually trusted me to make decisions, which I hadn't had in a long time. I didn't trust my decision making.
Since then, Lisa's life has changed for the better. She's remarried, has her son and 4 stepsons. She's gone back to school and now works for the same organization that helped her get back on her feet.
I mean, God has blessed me in such a way. He's turned my life around, where he took the experiences that I went through and put meaning into it, because I would not have been able to live if that was like 10 years and there was no reason for that to have happened at all.
Huffman's story proves that she carries a spirit of courage.
Described as a very spiritual person, Lisa Huffman believes everything happens for a reason. She's a remarkable woman of strength and perseverance, and willingly she shares of herself to help others. That's why Lisa Huffman has the SSJ Spirit of Courage.